Hey everybody, Mark from Hilltopper Bikes here. We get a lot of questions about disc brake compatibility on our kits, so I wanted to cover that, how to install the rotor, and yeah, it's just a few simple steps. Pretty much anybody can do it. So let's jump in. The first thing to note is on your rotor here, you want, so this is the rotor, the disc is called the rotor. You want to note this outside edge is the actual braking surface. Try not to touch that area directly with your bare hands. The natural oils from your skin can get on the rotor and make your brakes a little squeaky, also make them a little less effective. So if and when you're touching it, always grab from the center, not the outside, and never this way, just from here. Okay, so we just installed the kit on my mountain bike, and now we're going to take the rotor from the original wheel and put it on our new Hilltopper wheel down here. So the first thing is just, there's 6 little bolts here. You want to pull those out and pull the rotor off. So this one's a little funny. The screws are not quite a hex key. It's actually this guy. Not sure if you can see that, but it's a star key. It's called a T Torx 25 is the size. Your bike might have that. The other common size, and the same thing the Hilltopper has, is just a 4mm hex key. So let's pull these out and get our rotor off. Ooh, really tight. Ugh. Okay, so now they're all loose. Just gonna unscrew these. Try not to lose them, but if you lose one, it's okay, because your new wheel comes with the 6 screws you'll need. There's basically only one other type of rotor that doesn't have these 6 screws, and it's a Shimano specific thing. It has a center lock. That our wheels are not compatible with, but picking up a new rotor is cheap and easy. So you'll just want to get one with this 6-bolt pattern. If you already have a 6-bolt pattern, just follow the steps we're doing today, and you'll be all set. Basically, let's get these 6 little bolts out of here, and we can grab our new wheel. Okay, now remember, I got the 6 screws out. We're only grabbing the rotor from this inside area, never from out there. Ideally, you have a clean surface you can set it on, or something you can hang it on. I've already cleaned this surface, so I'm just going to go ahead and set it there. If you do get grease or anything on it, not too much to worry. You can just wipe it down with some rubbing alcohol. It'll get it cleaned up, no problem. So here's our new Hilltopper wheel. And you'll notice we have the same 6-bolt pattern here. We're just going to pull those bolts out and go from there. So I've already pre-loosened these. See, awesome. It's okay. Now there's behind these 6 screws, when you get your wheel, there's a little plastic spacer here. This guy, if you're putting a disc on there, you don't need this. This just takes up the space, so you can just toss it over. Now your rotor may or may not be labeled directionally, um, but it should be. If it has any labeling, you can trust that's probably the outside. But so we're looking at this wheel kind of backwards. So when this is on the bike, the rotor will actually be on the left side. You'll have the cable on the right side. So our rotation is that way. So if we're looking at it backwards, this side, and then our rotation is going to be this way. And so you're going to want to line up your arrows that way. And you can, if yours doesn't have arrows, you can go off of these little arms. You'll want them going in the direction of rotation. So get those on there, and now let's just start our 6 little screws. Just finger tighten to start. And it's getting this on here is really similar to replacing or changing a car tire. If you've ever done that before, where you're going to want to do the bolts in kind of a star pattern to make sure all the pressure is evenly distributed. Grab the bolt I lost. Okay, so now that we got all 6 kind of just started, finger tighten, now we'll do our, get them a little more tight. So what I'll do at this stage is just go until it just kind of stops. We're not torquing it down just yet. And so star pattern, there's 6, so it's kind of a triangle, and then the opposite triangle. So start at the bottom, I'm jumping up here. That one's a little tight. And this one a little tight. And then we'll jump to the opposite side. That one a little tight. And then back to our triangle. So up, down, right, left. Okay, so now they're all pretty snug, but not tight. Now we're going to tighten. So you can start where you left off. And same kind of pattern. So it's a little triangle from there to here. You don't have to go crazy with these, but you do want them to be tight. You want it to be pretty snug. So give it a little bit, but don't go crazy. These bolts are aluminum, so you can strip them, or if you go really tough, you can actually snap the head off. You don't want to do that. So we left off here, so we jump across to the opposite screw, and we're going to tighten that. And then back to our triangle. Tighten that one. And that's it. Your rotor's installed. Your wheel is now ready to rock. And yeah, so after this, you just put it back on the bike the way we did it in the installation video. Or if you want to check out the next video, I'll show you how to replace the tire. Thanks.